Hello everyone, welcome back to Nollywood Dish TV, where we bring you the latest Nollywood conversations, trending stories, and everything currently getting fans talking. If you are new here, please subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell and join this growing family because you definitely don't want to miss our next update. Now, today's story is one of those stories that immediately makes people stop scrolling and ask, wait, what is really happening here? A claim involving our very own Sonia Uche has started circulating online, with people using words like secret video and leaked video. And as expected, the moment Sonia's name became attached to the conversation, fans started asking questions. But before we go any further, let us make something very clear. There is a huge difference between something trending on social media and something that has actually been confirmed. At the moment, there is no reliable confirmation available to establish that Sonia Uche has had a new private video leaked. What we are seeing is a wave of online claims and attention-grabbing headlines, and that is exactly why this story needs to be handled carefully. Because honestly, Nollywood fans know how quickly a small social media post can turn into a massive controversy. One person makes a claim. Another person reposts it. Someone else adds a dramatic caption. Before you know it, thousands of people are discussing the story as though everything has already been confirmed. And that appears to be what is happening around this latest Sonia Uche discussion. So the question everybody is asking is simple: what exactly is this secret video supposed to be? Is it actually something new? Is it an old video being presented as something recent? Could it be a movie clip that people have misunderstood? Or is this simply another social media rumor created to attract attention? These are the questions fans should be asking before reaching any conclusion. And this is where things become particularly interesting. Sonia Uche is no stranger to public attention. As an actress and filmmaker, her name frequently appears in conversations among Nollywood fans, especially whenever she shares something online, appears in a new movie, works with another popular actor, or becomes involved in a trending discussion. Because of that level of attention, anything connected to her name can spread extremely quickly. And when the word secret is added to a headline, people's curiosity naturally increases. But should curiosity automatically mean believing the claim? Absolutely not. If there is genuinely a new development, the responsible thing is to wait for evidence or a statement from a credible source rather than spreading an unverified allegation. And let me bring this question directly to you watching right now. Do you think social media is turning an ordinary situation into another big Nollywood controversy? Tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't just watch silently. I want to hear from the Sonia Uche fans, the Nollywood lovers, and even those who are simply curious about what is happening. Now, another reason this story has attracted attention is because of Sonia's previous involvement in several online conversations involving other Nollywood personalities. Whenever her name becomes connected to another actor or trending topic, fans often begin connecting different events together. But that can also create a problem. Sometimes fans see two unrelated events and immediately assume there must be a hidden connection. That is why we need to separate what is known, what is claimed, and what is simply fan speculation. For example, if someone says, "I saw a secret video," the next question should be, where did the claim come from, and has the person involved confirmed it? Without those answers, we should not turn speculation into fact. And if the alleged material is private, there is an even bigger reason to be careful. Nobody should be encouraged to share or search for somebody else's private material without their permission. The conversation can still be interesting without invading anyone's privacy. We can discuss the controversy, the reactions, the questions surrounding it, and the way social media is handling the story. That alone is enough to make this a very interesting Nollywood conversation. Now, some fans may be wondering whether Sonia Uche herself will eventually respond. That is another major question. Will she ignore the rumors completely? Will she make a statement? Will she simply continue with her work and allow the conversation to disappear? Or could she eventually clear the air if the speculation becomes too much? Nobody should pretend to know her next move unless she actually makes one. And that is why we are watching the situation carefully. What I find most interesting about stories like this is how quickly fans choose sides. Some people immediately defend their favorite celebrity. Others become detectives, trying to connect every photograph, video or social media post they can find. And then there are those who say, until the person involved speaks, I am not believing anything. Which group are you in? Team, wait for confirmation, or team, something is definitely going on? Put your answer in the comments. And if you're enjoying this conversation, please subscribe to Nollywood Dish TV, turn on your notification bell and share the video with another Nollywood fan. Now let's come back to the biggest question, what is actually going on here? At this stage, the safest answer is that there is an online claim creating attention around Sonia Uche, but the existence and nature of any supposed new private video have not been reliably established. That distinction is very important. Because once something trends online, people sometimes forget that the original source could be completely wrong. A headline may say leaked. A caption may say exposed. A thumbnail may suggest that a shocking revelation has happened. But thumbnails and captions are not proof. This is exactly why viewers should be careful before sharing sensational claims. And Sonia Uche's fans also have a role to play. If you support someone, supporting them does not necessarily mean attacking everybody who asks questions. Sometimes the strongest support is simply refusing to spread an unverified story about that person. At the same time, people are allowed to discuss public events and ask reasonable questions. The important thing is to avoid turning speculation into accusations. So, as this conversation continues, everybody is waiting to see whether anything concrete will emerge. Will Sonia speak? Will another credible source explain what started the rumor? Will the story disappear after a few days? Or will another twist suddenly emerge and send social media into another frenzy? That is what makes entertainment news so unpredictable. 1 minute, everyone is talking about a movie. The next minute, fans are debating a social media post. Then suddenly, an entirely different claim starts trending. And this Sonia Uche story is currently another example of how quickly online conversations can change. But remember, Nollywood Dish TV will always encourage you to separate facts from rumors. So before you comment, think carefully about what you have actually seen and what you have only heard from someone else. And please don't share or request any alleged private material. The discussion should remain about the public claims and the reactions surrounding them, not about invading anyone's privacy. Now, I want to hear from you. If Sonia Uche eventually comes out to address this entire secret video controversy, what would you want her to clarify first? Would you want her to explain where the rumor started? Would you want her to say whether the claim is completely false? Or would you rather she ignore the entire situation and focus on her movies? Drop your answer below because I genuinely want to see what Nollywood fans think about this one. And if you are watching for the first time, subscribe to Nollywood Dish TV, turn on the notification bell and stay connected for more Nollywood updates. Most importantly, let's keep the conversation respectful. Trending stories can be entertaining, but real people are involved, and an unverified claim should never become someone's truth simply because thousands of people repeated it. So for now, the big question remains. What is really behind this Sonia Uche secret video controversy, a genuine new development, an old story being recycled, or simply another social media rumor? The comments are open.